Hello student, today we'll see the topic basic concept of switching regulator, basic topologies. First, basic concept of switching regulator. A switching regulator is a circuit that uses a power switch, an inductor, a diode to transfer energy from input to output. I repeat again, a switching regulator is a circuit that uses a power switch, inductor, diode to transfer energy from input to output. The power switch, usually the field effect transistor, is turned on and off by a switching controller IC that monitors the output of the switching regulator in a feedback control loop. This ensures that it maintains a constant output under normal operating condition. So, it is a concept of switching regulator. The basic component of the switching circuit can be rearranged to form different types of converter, like a step down, also called as buck converter, step up, boost converter, flyback converter, forward converter. These are the basic topologies. Power supply converter topologies are provided in the switching mode power supply design aid. First one is the boost topology, also called as boost converter, then buck converter, flyback converter, forward converter. Now we'll see details one by one. What is the difference between them and how the circuit of that respective converter will be work. So moving to the very first topology is a boost converter. The boost converter is a non-isolated circuit topology that may be used when required output voltage greater than to the input voltage. Name is, that's why boost. Output voltage always more than the supplied input voltage. That's why their name is boost converter. The key principle that drives the boost converter is the tendency of an inductor to resist changes in current by creating and destroying a magnetic field. Very most important key aspect, key principle of this component is the inductor. The key principle drives the boost converter is the tendency of an inductor. Inductor to resist changes in the current by creating and destroying magnetic field. See now how it will be work. First, see the diagram of the basic boost converter. Here is the supply voltage defined by the letter Vi. In supply voltage, in series, inductor is connected, defined by the letter L. Then switch is connected across this circuit as this is nothing but your FET, field effect transistors, and near about you can say that hundreds of microseconds the switch is on and off. Like these are very small time period. This switch is number of times or very fast on and off will be done. And this one is your diode defined by the letter D, and capacitor connected across this one C, and load resistors will be across this one. So these are the basic boost converter circuit, and what are the voltage we can measure across the load we can define by the output voltage V0. Now see how it will be work now. When the switch is closed, the current flows through the inductor in the clockwise direction, and inductor store some energy by generating magnetic field. Polarity of the left side of the inductor is positive. I repeat again, when the switch is closed, current flows through the inductor in the clockwise direction, and inductor store some energy by generating a magnetic field. Polarity left side of the inductor is positive. See here, these are the diagram. Whenever this switch is closed, current will be flowing, this inductor is clockwise direction, like this one, like this one. Whenever it is on state, resulting increase in the inductor current. When this switch is closed, okay, in that case what happens, the inductor current will be increased, like this one. When the switch is open, current will be reduced as the impedance is higher. The magnetic field previously created be destroyed to maintain the current toward the load. Thus, the polarity will be reversed. Means left side of the inductor will be become negative now. As a result, two sources will be in series, causing higher voltage to charge the capacitor through the diode D. See the diagram. Here now switch is open. This one is open. So what are the magnetic field created by the inductor in the previously when the switch is closed? That will be destroyed. And once it will be destroyed, the voltage spike will be created. And this voltage spike with the supplied voltage, these two will be act as in series, and it will be push the current to diode, and this current will be passed through the diode also conduct, and through this one the capacitor will be charged. So this result in transferring the energy accumulated during the on state into the capacitor, onto the capacitor. If the switch is cycle fast, means the inductor will be not discharged fully in between charging stage, and the load will always see a voltage greater than that of the input source alone when the switch is open. Also, while the switch is open, the capacitor in parallel with the load is charging to this combined voltage. When the switch is then closed, right hand side is short out from the left hand side. The capacitor is therefore able to provide the voltage and the energy to the load. During this time, the blocking diode prevent the capacitor from discharging through the switch. The switch must of course be open again fast enough to prevent the capacitor from discharging too much. Means one time, once it will be that switch is closed, at that time the magnetic field will be generated in the inductor, and that will be pushed. Once again the switch will be open, at that time that magnetic field will be destroyed, and it will be generate one spike, voltage spike. This voltage spike adds with your supply voltage. Means both voltage will be pushed the current toward the diode, and diode will be conduct, and then the energy will be stored into respective capacitor. And that diode will be prevent to discharge in the respective capacitor. because the diode we can look the direction, it is in the forward bias. So like this one, the circuit will be operated, and every time the capacitor will be not totally discharged, again it will be add some more energy. So that's why every time the voltage will be increases. So what are the voltage range we require, like this one, the voltage we can occur at the output end. That output voltage is always more than supplied voltage, and that's why its name is the boost converter. So their major is the application. These two battery powered application that use the boost converter. Hybrid use in the hybrid electrical vehicle is today's requirements in the vehicles. Hybrid electric vehicle, in this one this principle is applied, boost. And second is the lighting system. Thank you. Next lecture we'll see the next converter.